Hey guys, Enzo Flojo here, and this is the Mabuhay Basketball Podcast, the only show that brings you the latest scoop on everything basketball here in the Philippines. Whether you're a diehard fan, a casual observer, or just looking for some good old-fashioned hoop talk, you've come to the right place. So whether you're a fan of the PBA, the UAAP, the NCAA, Gilas, or any other league in the Philippines, we've got you covered. And if you're just discovering the exciting world of Philippine basketball, we're here to guide you through every dunk, crossover, three-pointer, and controversial college transfer. So get ready to be entertained, informed, and inspired as we delve into the world of Philippine basketball. This is the Mabuhay Basketball Podcast. Let's talk some hoops. Hey guys, Enzo Flo again here, and this is episode 20 of the Mabuhay Basketball Podcast. In this episode, we'll talk about the opponents that our Gilas Pilipinas men's national 5-on-5 team will likely will face, and look, the teams that will likely give Gilas the hardest time, no, in terms of trying to reclaim the 2023 Southeast Asian Games gold medal in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. As always, we're gonna spotlight some fan reactions as well. No? So, wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. We're not gonna have a circuitous introduction anymore. Let's simply go to the meat of the matter. Okay, which we're gonna look at the opponents we're gonna face at the Southeast Asian Games. So we're not gonna look at all the teams. We're simply gonna look at, again, for me, the two most dangerous teams that are in the way of Gilas reclaiming the gold medal in Cambodia. We're not even gonna talk about the home team Cambodia. I'm not sure they're gonna factor in medal play, no, unless they bring in some unforeseen Cambodian foreigner recruits or reinforcements. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Malaysia, I think, will not be a threat to the Philippines. No, I think in terms of depth, size, and talent, we can win against them, even if they have the edge in preparation and cohesion. And and team play and chemistry. I think our talent and depth and size will be enough to circumvent any perceived advantage that Malaysia will have. The two teams, I think, that will really potentially give us a hard time and really seriously challenge Gilas in terms of reclaiming the gold in Cambodia are going to be Thailand and Indonesia. That's not surprising really. Thailand, of course, has been one of the main contenders in the Southeast Asian subzone, while Indonesia are entering this tournament as the defending champions. I think, at least for the first time in modern SEA Games history, right? First, let's talk about Thailand. As you see on screen right now, Thailand will be bannered by not one, not two, not three. I'm not even sure if it's just three. I think it might be four, as many as five Thai foreigners. No? So we're going to have, as you see on screen on the left, you have Moses Morgan, you have Tyler Lamb, and you have Freddie Goldstein, also known as Freddie Lish. These three guys are going to play together for the first time on the national team in the SEA Games. I think they already played. I'm not sure if they played already. They definitely did not play yet in FIBA, I think, all three together. No? But I think like two of them, I think Morgan and maybe Freddie Lish have played together in FIBA. I could be mistaken. So these three guys, okay, Tyler Lamb, Moses Morgan, Freddie Lish, that's going to be really interesting. Like what Tyler Lamb here said, no? This could be the start of something really, really special. Okay? And Lamb and Morgan are wingmen, and they can potentially match up with the best wingmen we have, no? In Gilas. Freddie Goldstein or Freddie Lish, he's a point guard, but who can sometimes be a shooting guard. And he can be a bit of a match. He can be a match as well, no? For Chris Ross, for Jerome Estimosa, CJ Perez. I think Lish could be a really pesky match or foil against those PBA level guards. So, Tyler Lamb, if you remember, I think he was supposed to actually be an import in the PBA many years ago. It just didn't happen. But he's good. And if these three guys catch fire against Gilas, if we face them, whether it's in the semifinals or finals, that could spell trouble for our team. Um, Now, Indonesia and Thailand are both in the other group. Now, we are in the same group as Malaysia, Cambodia, and I'm not sure if it's Myanmar or another country, in our group. But on the other side is the tougher one, I think, no, because it has Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, I think is there. Um, I think Singapore maybe. That let's double check. Okay. Okay, let's go on Google again. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is from the Manila Bulletin here. So we're gonna be in Pool B. Okay, with Malaysia, Vietnam, and Myanmar. Okay, there you go. None of those teams should pose any serious threat to us, no? Vietnam potentially if they had a full complement of their players, no? But the Juzang brothers, Johnny and Christian, reportedly are not playing. Jalen Williams, the big Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City, who's actually part Vietnamese, also not playing. I think the other Vietnamese American, is he American? Durker is also not playing, no, for Vietnam. So Vietnam, I think, is not going to be at their best or not their deepest in the tournament. So I'm actually picking Malaysia to be the second team that will finish in our pool or in our group. No, on the other side here we have Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, and host Cambodia. I'm picking Indonesia as number 1, Thailand number 2. Maybe Cambodia finishes 3rd, and then Singapore, I think, is going to finish 4th in that group. No? Now, aside from Tyler Lamb, Freddie Goldstein, or Freddie Lish, and Moses Morgan, a couple of the other guys we have to think about at least are the ones you see here. No, this guy right here, that's Trey Holder. And this guy right here, their big guy, Chanatik Jakrawan, who I think scored 30 plus on Gilas back in 2020 or it was 2021 in one of the Asia Cup qualifying windows, right? So Trey Holder is considered a naturalized player in FIBA play, but here in the SEA Games, he will be considered a low. There's no such thing as a naturalized player actually in this year's edition of the SEA Games. So if we wanted to, we could bring in Jordan Clarkson and Remy Martin and Ange Kwame all together, as long as they have valid Philippine passports, which I think they do. But yeah, we're gonna have Trey Holder here, veteran big man Chanatik Jakrawan, who's about 6'7", 6'8", very mobile. I think he's gonna be pretty healthy this time, so he's gonna be a bit of trouble for us. Natakar Muang Boon right here. They are practicing on a concrete open court. Very interesting. All right, I think this is their 3x3 team. So for Thailand, some of their guys are going to play for both 3x3 and 5-on-5. All right, as you can see here. But here we go. Okay, so there's Jai Sanok, their shooter. I see Eduardo Torres, their coach. There's Chanatik Jakrawan, Trey Holder. There's Moses Morgan right there. Morgan actually this is his brother. I forgot the first name of Moses Morgan's brother, but there are 2 Morgans kasi in the Thai team. So I guess they're both playing for Thailand, which is good news for them. Maybe potentially bad news for us. There's Patipan Klahan, their other big guy as well. So this is going to be a pretty competitive Thai team. Definitely a medal favorite. And I would say a gold medal contender as well. No? They actually were supposed to have another guy. This guy right here. No? Thai-German Martin Breunig, who already played for Germany's, I think, under-18 team before. But he's actually part Thai. And last month, 2 months ago in March, he was reportedly in the process of getting his paperwork done for the SEA Games. But I don't see him in any succeeding reports. So I haven't seen him in any succeeding reports. I don't think he is going to be cleared to play, or I'm not sure if he's gonna be part of the pool for Thailand, or maybe tinatago nila. We're not sure. Maybe they're gonna declare he's gonna play on May 7 when the final rosters are submitted. It's possible, but this is that guy, Martin Broinig, 6'7", 6'8", definitely gonna play big man for Thailand. If not in this tournament, maybe in succeeding tournaments. Okay, certainly in this tournament, he's not considered a naturalized player. So if all those guys play, the two Morgan boys, Tyler Lamb, Freddie Lish, Trey Holder, and Martin Broinig, if all 6 Thai foreigners play together with all their other usual suspects, this is legitimately a gold medal contender, maybe even a little stronger than Indonesia. Maybe. Why? That's a segue already, because we're going to talk about Indonesia now. Okay, because Indonesia, on paper, is very strong, but I don't think they're going to be at full strength. Okay? A couple of the guys who were very instrumental in Indonesia winning the gold last year are not going to be around this year. We're talking about Marquise Bolden and Derek Michael Xaviero, who's fondly called, nicknamed DMX, by Indonesian fans. Why will they not play? Bolden, I think, was injured in the G League earlier this year. Was it in December last year? I'm not so sure. But it seems like he hasn't fully recovered. Xaviero had a collapsed lung when he was playing in the US NCAA, I think. And he underwent surgery, and I don't think he has fully recovered yet. So I don't think he's going to play. Both guys are in the initial pool submitted by Gilas Basketball or Indonesia, but they're not with the team currently as they're training in Australia with their 15-man preliminary pool. So I don't expect Bolden and Xaviero to actually play unless there's literally a last-minute change in the plans of Indonesia. However, here you see one of their new naturalized players. This is Anthony Bean, who I think played as an import for the Indonesia Patriots before. Here he is against the Illawarra Hawks in one of their tune-up games in Australia. He's going to be one of their main men in the SEAG Games. So Anthony Bean is going to be one of their main guys. He's expected to play alongside former PBA import and current Indonesia naturalized player Lester Prosper and Dane Diagne. Okay, I'm not sure if he's actually counted as a naturalized player, because Diagne, I think, was born 05 or 04, if I'm not mistaken, and he got his Indonesian passport, I think, before he turned 16 or 17. But regardless, they all have Indonesian passports, and in this tournament, they're all eligible to represent Indonesia together. Another guy who might not be around, or two other key guys, actually, who might not be around are their top 2 perimeter guys. Brandon Jowato, who I think is still playing in the B League, so I don't think he's going to be available. And Abraham Grahita, for whatever reason, is just not with the team in Australia. We're not sure if he's injured or if there's another reason why he's not around. But those 4 guys, Bolden, DMX, Brandon Jowato, and Grahita, we don't expect them to play in the SEAG Games. So still, despite not having them, this Indonesia team is still going to be a bit of a threat. So this is their 15-man list. Okay? You have Andakara Prastawa, Wijanta Teja, Yuda Saputera, Jerome Anthony Bean, Muhammad Arigi, Yesaya Saudale, Altov Satiro, Sandy Ibrahim, Juan Cocodiputra, Dami Diagne, Caleb Gamilang, Vincent Kosasi, the big guy, about 6'8", Lester Prosper, Kelvin Sanjaya, who's about 6'6", and Julian Chalias. So not as strong. I don't think it's as strong as last year's lineup, but still a medal contender. And with both Bean and Prosper there, they have the size at the front line and at the wings to really be a dominant force. I still think that on paper, especially with veterans like Apastawa, Tosasi, Gokodiputra, again, some other guys missing are Aga. I don't see Agassi's name right here. Was a big shooter for them last year. I think this is not as strong as last year, but still potentially a gold medal team. So it's still going to be very, very tough, no, to compete against this Indonesian team and against that Thai team. So okay, just a bit of an update. So yes, Brandon Jawato is actually going to play for Indonesia. They released their 12-man preliminary roster just yesterday, and Jawato is part of it. So apparently, he was probably granted a leave from the B League, and he is going to play for Indonesia in the coming Asian Games in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Here's another addition. In addition to Jawato playing for Indonesia, it seems like just today we found out that 6'8" Thai German Martin Breunig, the one we talked about earlier ago, actually might be playing after all. So Thailand released their 12-man preliminary roster, and it seems like Breunig is actually part of that roster. So it seems Thailand will be relatively at full strength. The only marquee Thai foreigner who's not around is Justin Bassey from Harvard. But apart from him, I think Thailand's going to be at full strength in the 2023 Asian Games in Cambodia. Both teams are going to be the main foils for Gilas as we try to reclaim the gold medal that we lost last year. No? We lost it in Vietnam. We're going to try and reclaim it in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. So again, the competition is expected to probably be a bit tougher this year than last year. And we definitely cannot underestimate any opponent we are going to face, especially after we advance from the group stage and move into the semifinals, which is going to be a knockout affair, and then the finals after that. No matter what happens, let's support Gilas, okay? Not an ideal situation for them, but guess what? Who is most frustrated with this not being ideal? It's the coaches, it's the players themselves, all right? And as fans, I hope we can just hope for the best for the team and support them no matter what, no matter the imperfections of our structures, program, or whatever. Okay? I hope they can reclaim the gold and, accomplish the mission they're going to fly to Cambodia for. If you like this topic, then you should like our future topics and discussions as well. As always, we're going to spotlight your comments, your insights, because we value what you think. Our next episode drops tomorrow. We take a look at the Gilas women this time around. So watch out for that. Mabuhay ang Philippine basketball. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Again, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Mabuhay Basketball Podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed creating it. So don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Also, feel free to leave a comment because we love that engagement. And who knows, maybe your comment might be featured next. You can also read my stuff on clutchpoints.com, Tiebreaker Times, and of course, FIBA.basketball. Follow me on Twitter at Hoopnut or Instagram at TheHoopnut for more content and updates. Until next time, keep betting on yourself, shooting your shot, and seizing the moment. Mabuhay ang Philippine basketball.